Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, I want us to have a little heart-to-heart, a conversation that starts in a very familiar place, right in front of the mirror in our bedrooms. Have you ever had one of those mornings? The sun is shining, your coffee is perfect. You pull on a new pair of pants, a pair that came with so many promises, and then, that feeling, that sinking feeling in your stomach? The mirror doesn't lie. And right now, those pants are telling a story you just don't want to hear. That lower tummy area, the unwilling main character, suddenly seems to be in the spotlight. You let out a little sigh, and you feel betrayed. Betrayed by all those sweet promises on the tag. Flattens, smooths, tummy control. You were hoping for a little bit of magic, a magical transformation. But the reality is just disappointing. Sound familiar? We start asking ourselves, what did I do wrong? Or maybe we just start that endless, frustrating search all over again, with one question haunting us. Why is finding a perfect pair of pants, a pair that actually fits and flatters our real bodies, so incredibly hard? Well, today, I am here to tell you a truth that I hope will set you free. It is not your body. That is the problem. The problem is with the standard designs out there, which are created without a true understanding of a real woman's curves. And the real secret to fixing this, it isn't some magic trick. And it's not the tired old advice to just lose weight or just wear black. No, the real secret is in understanding the subtle, brilliant design details. The little things that most people never even notice. In this video, we are going to become the experts. We are going to dissect everything, from the waistband to the hidden architecture of the crotch curve. We will tell the truth about pleats, and we'll even investigate those seemingly innocent pockets. This isn't just a journey to find a good pair of pants. This is a revolution, right inside our own closets and inside our own minds. It's a journey to the heart of what it means to dress well, which is to celebrate and to love the woman you are right now, in this moment. So are you ready to start this revolution with me? Let's begin. All right, ladies, let's have some real talk for a minute. Let's pull back the curtain on something that nobody seems to tell us. Why do the pants in the store look so beautiful on the hanger, but feel so wrong when we put them on? Is it our bodies? Is something wrong with us? I'm here to tell you, with 100% certainty, no. The problem lies in a well-kept secret of the fashion industry. You see, they design everything on what's called a fit model. This model is usually a standard size 6 or 8, with picture-perfect measurements, almost no body fat, and definitely not the softer lower tummy that most of us have after childbirth, or as we move into our beautiful middle years. Then, to create the larger sizes, like a 12 or 14 or 16, they just mechanically scale up that original pattern. They think a woman who wears a size 14 is just a bigger version of the woman who wears a size 6. But our bodies aren't a math equation, are they, ladies? Oh, I used to get so frustrated. I'd buy a pair of pants in my size, and they'd fit my hips perfectly, but the waistband would have a huge gap in the back. Or, if they fit my waist, I could barely pull them up over my thighs. Sound familiar? Here's a crazy number for you. Some studies show that up to 40% of clothes bought online are sent back. And do you know the number one reason? Because they don't fit properly. This proves that it's not just your problem, or my problem. It's a systemic problem of an industry that often fails to understand our real bodies. So the next time you're in a dressing room and feel that frustration, I want you to remember my voice. It's not you, honey. It's the pants. And this brings us to the second big myth, a piece of advice I'm sure we've all heard a million times. If you have a tummy, just wear high-waisted pants. Oh, I blindly believed that for so many years. I bought countless pairs of pants labeled high-rise, hoping they would be my magic solution. But what was the result? Some of those pants, while technically high-waisted, had a waistband that was narrow and stiff. It felt like a tight rubber band cutting right across my midsection. Instead of flattening, it created a harsh line, squeezing me and actually emphasizing the exact area I wanted to smooth out. Can you picture that? Have you been there? On the other hand, some high-waisted pants have a wider, softer waistband. It doesn't squeeze, it hugs. It's like a gentle, supportive embrace that smooths everything over. It creates a seamless transition from your waist to your hips. So the secret isn't about high or low. It's about the quality and the design of the waistband itself. The height alone is never, ever enough. So what happens then, when those high-waisted pants betray us? What is our natural reflex? For so many of us, and for the old me, we fall into another trap. The trap of just covering it up with a long top. We think, oh, I'll just wear a long t-shirt or a big, baggy tunic that hangs past my hips. And that's the safest option. Just hide everything, and it'll be fine. But this is a huge mistake when it comes to your body's proportions. In art and photography, there's a principle called the rule of thirds. It basically says that an image is more pleasing to the eye when it's broken into thirds. Well, our bodies are the same way. An outfit looks its best when it creates a proportion of 1/3 on top and 2/3 on the bottom, or the other way around. When we wear a super long top that cuts us right in half, we are creating a 1-to-1 proportion. Top half equals bottom half. This completely shatters that golden ratio, making our torso look longer and our legs look shorter. It can make our entire frame look heavier, unbalanced, and, frankly, a little bit frumpy. I used to have a whole wardrobe of those tunics. I thought I was being so clever, hiding my flaws, until I looked back at old photos. And I realized I wasn't hiding my flaws, I was hiding myself, my entire shape, under layers of shapeless fabric. So now that we've exposed these hidden enemies, in the next section, we're going to find our true allies, the smart design details that will actually celebrate and flatter our beautiful figures. Alright, so after exposing all those hidden enemies, now for the fun part. Let's find our true allies. The smart design details, the ones I call our invisible heroes, that will actually work with our bodies, not against them. And the first, most important hero is the waistband. The golden rule I want you to remember is this: hug, don't squeeze. A good waistband should feel like a gentle embrace, not like a vice grip around your middle. Look for waistbands that are nice and wide, at least 3 or 4 fingers wide, about 2 or 3 inches. Don't you agree that a wider band just distributes the pressure more evenly? It smooths the tummy area gently instead of creating that deep, harsh line that a skinny waistband does. And now, let's talk about something many of us fear: the elastic waistband. I know, when you hear elastic waist, you immediately think of sweatpants or frumpy clothes for staying at home, right? I used to think that way, too. But that is such an outdated idea. The elastic waists in modern fashion are incredibly sophisticated. Sure, a pair of pants with an elastic waist made from cheap, flimsy cotton is probably just for the house. But what if that same elastic waist is on a pair of silk pants, or tensile trousers, or high-end linen pants? It takes on a completely different personality, one that is chic, effortless, and unbelievably comfortable. I have a client. Let's call her Laura, a marketing director, a total powerhouse at work. But she was always self-conscious about her midsection. Her work uniform was stiff trousers, and she always wore a blazer, even in the summer, just to hide her tummy when she tucked in her shirt. She told me she hated feeling constricted, always feeling like she had to suck it in. One day, I had Laura try on a pair of straight-leg pants, made from a buttery soft tensile fabric. They had a very clever design. The front of the waistband was flat and polished, perfect for the office, but the back was a soft, stretchy elastic band. The moment Laura walked out of the dressing room, she just stood silently in front of the mirror. Then she turned to me and said something I'll never forget. She said, "Where did it go?" It she was talking about was that uncomfortable feeling, that constant awareness of her lower tummy. That half-flat, half-elastic waistband had gently hugged her, smoothed everything out, without a single bit of tightness. From that day on, Laura was transformed. She tucked in her blouses with confidence. She took off the blazer, security blanket, and that comfort made her look even more radiant and powerful. Laura's story is proof that an elastic waist isn't frumpy. It's a brilliant invention, if we just choose the right fabric and silhouette. But the waistband is just the tip of the iceberg. There's something even more important. It's the hidden architecture, the very soul of a perfect fit. I'm talking about the crotch curve. Have you ever worn a pair of pants where the front of the waistband keeps dipping down while the back gets pulled up? Or you feel that annoying pulling and wrinkling right at the top of your thighs? The culprit is a front crotch curve that is cut too shallow and too straight. It doesn't leave any room for the natural curves of a woman's body. A well-designed pair of pants will have a deeper front rise, with a gentle, curved shape, like the letter J or L. This curve allows the fabric to drape softly over the tummy, instead of cutting straight across it. It creates space, it creates comfort, and it eliminates all of that pulling and creasing. Remember this, ladies, the shape of the pattern is so much more important than the measurement on the tag. And speaking of creating space, we need to talk about pleats. I know, the minute I say pleats, many of you get nervous, thinking they'll just make your tummy look bigger. But the truth is the exact opposite, if you choose correctly. Forget about those pants with lots of big, bulky pleats right in the center. Instead, look for pants with just one, or maybe two, small, delicate pleats on each side. And here's the most important part. The pleats should be placed slightly off-center, closer to the pockets and your hips, not right in the middle. When they're placed there, these pleats create a little bit of extra room, so the pants don't pull tight when you sit down, and they cleverly draw the eye outward, away from the center of your tummy. Fun fact, in high-end tailoring, pleats were historically a sign of luxury because they required more fabric to make. So don't be afraid of them. Use them as your secret weapon. And there's one last detail, a detail I call the silent saboteur. If we're not careful. The pockets. I want you to try a little experiment when you get home. Look at the pants in your closet that you don't love. I bet most of them have pockets that are placed very high, starting right at the waistband. Why is this a danger zone? Because it creates extra layers of fabric. You've got the pocket lining, the seams, all adding bulk right on your hips and lower belly, the exact place you want to be smooth. And when you sit down, the pockets tend to flare open, creating a very unflattering line. So what's the sweet spot for pockets? It's when the pocket opening starts an inch or two below the waistband. That little bit of space creates a clean, flat panel across your front, which makes a world of difference. And if you can, always opt for slash pockets, the ones that are on a diagonal. It's a design rule. A diagonal line is always more slimming and elongating than a horizontal one. The diagonal line of the pocket draws the eye down and in, creating an illusion of a slimmer hip line. It's these little tiny details, but they add up to a huge difference in how we look, and more importantly, how we feel in our clothes every single day. Okay, so now that we have all of our secret weapons in hand, from the waistband, to the crotch curve, to the pockets, let's step into my favorite part. The Style Lab. This is where we turn all that theory into absolutely beautiful, inspiring, real-life outfits. And to start, we're going to tackle a tough case, a style of pants that many of us are a little afraid of. I'm talking about the cargo pant. I know, when you hear cargo pants, you immediately think of military style, something rugged, something bulky. And you worry that all those pockets are just going to make your hips and thighs look wider, right? I used to think that way, too, until I discovered the secret. The secret to wearing cargo pants elegantly has nothing to do with your body shape, and everything to do with the pants you choose. First, and this is the most important part, the fabric. I want you to forget about those stiff, heavy, cotton canvas cargo pants. Instead, look for cargos made from materials that are soft and have a beautiful drape, like silk, tencel, or a high-quality linen blend. When the fabric is fluid like that, the pockets don't puff out, they gently cascade down your leg as you walk, creating a surprisingly feminine and graceful movement. Are you surprised to hear that? Cargo pants. Being graceful. Next is the silhouette. Opt for a fit that is moderately straight or gently relaxed, instead of something super wide and baggy. A well-tailored cargo pant is a game changer, and the real magic happens in the styling. The key word here is juxtaposition, or contrast. We're going to take the strong, utilitarian vibe of the pants and use it as a backdrop for things that are soft and feminine. Just imagine this. Instead of a t-shirt, you pair them with a beautiful silk camisole. Instead of chunky sneakers, you wear a pair of pointed toe heels or delicate strappy sandals. Instead of a backpack, you carry a chic, structured handbag. You add a few pieces of delicate gold jewelry. Instantly, that cargo pant is completely elevated. It's no longer just a casual pant. It's a fashion statement that is unexpected and incredibly chic. I had this exact experience myself. I found a pair of olive green silk cargo pants, and I wore them to a nice brunch with friends, paired with a cream-colored lace top and heels. The compliments I received were endless, and people could not believe they were actually cargo pants. And this principle of contrast that we just used for the cargo pant is the key to building an entire, foolproof pants wardrobe. So now, I'm going to introduce you to 3 wardrobe saviors, 3 styles of pants that I believe every woman should have in her closet. First, the high-waisted, wide-leg trouser. This pant is pure magic for the figure. The high waist cinches you in at your smallest part, while the wide leg flows straight down from the hip, creating one long, unbroken vertical line. It hides everything, makes your legs look a mile long, and creates the most beautiful, balanced silhouette. With this one pair of pants, you can create endless looks. For the office, tuck in a silk blouse and add a blazer. For the weekend, wear it with a simple, fitted t-shirt and some clean white sneakers. For a party, pair it with a sequin top and some statement jewelry. This is an investment that pays for itself over and over again. Our second wardrobe savior is the straight leg pant. If the wide leg pant is the glamorous movie star, the straight leg pant is the reliable best friend. It is the little black dress of the pants world. It never goes out of style, and it works for nearly every single occasion. Its straight silhouette gently skims the body. It doesn't cling, but it doesn't add bulk, creating a look that is clean, polished, and professional. This pant is a true chameleon. It works with a chunky sweater, a delicate blouse, a simple t-shirt, loafers, heels, boots, you name it. It is the most solid foundation for any wardrobe. And finally, our third savior, the culotte. I like to call this one the youthful little sister of the wide leg pant. It gives you the elegance and swing of a skirt, but with the comfort and practicality of a pant. The greatest strength of the culotte is that it shows off your ankle, which is often the slimmest part of a woman's leg. This creates a look that feels very light and effortless. But there is a very, very important rule with culottes, and that is length and styling. The ideal length should hit you somewhere in your mid-calf, and you should always try to tuck in your top or wear a shorter top to keep your proportions in balance. Pair them with shoes that show off the top of your foot, like mules, sandals, or pumps, to maximize that leg lengthening effect. And once our closets are built on this solid foundation, we can talk about something even more important than the clothes themselves. And once our closets are built on this solid foundation, we can talk about something even more important than the clothes themselves. That something is the woman who wears them. It's you, and it's me. This is the part where I just want to speak from my heart. After all my years in this industry, and all my years as a woman, let me ask you something. Have you ever said these things to yourself? When I lose those last 10 pounds, I'll finally buy that silk dress. Once this tummy gets a little smaller, then I'll start wearing bright colors. I'll go to the reunion once I get my hair figured out and my skin looks better. Does any of that sound familiar? We, as women, are masters at putting conditions on our own happiness and on our own confidence. We delay living. We wait for a perfect version of ourselves that, let's be honest, may never arrive. And I have to ask you, why do we wait? At this age, I've learned one thing for sure. Time is the greatest luxury we have. Every single day that passes is a day we will never get back. So why would we waste it waiting? Wear the beautiful dress today, even if it's a little snug in the waist. Book the fancy dinner reservation this week. Don't wait for a special occasion. Say yes to that spontaneous coffee invitation, and walk in there with your head held high. Life is happening right now, not tomorrow, not 10 pounds from now. Please give yourself permission to live in it, fully, in the body you have today. And when we give ourselves that permission to live fully in the now, we realize something incredible. Fashion is not a tool for hiding. It is a tool for expressing. Your clothes are not an apology for the things you're insecure about. They should be a celebration of who you are, your wisdom, your experiences, your spirit. Psychologists actually have a name for this. It's called enclothed cognition. It means that what we wear doesn't just send a signal to the world. It sends a powerful signal back to our own brain. It can literally change how we think, how we feel, and how we act. I have a dear friend, Maya, who is a brilliant artist. Her paintings are an explosion of color, passion, and life. But her wardrobe was the complete opposite. It was all black, gray, and baggy shapes. She said she wanted people to focus on her art, not her body. But I knew, deep down, it was her invisibility cloak, a way to hide her insecurities about her figure. Then one day, Maya got an invitation for a solo art exhibition in Paris. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But instead of being thrilled, she was terrified. She said to me, "Everyone there is going to be so chic, and I'm just me." I sat down with her, and I asked her just one question. "Maya, why don't your clothes tell the magnificent story of the artist who creates such beauty?" And so, we went shopping. We didn't look for clothes to make her look slimmer. We looked for clothes that looked like her art. A hand-painted silk coat with bold, beautiful brushstrokes. A pair of royal blue wide-leg pants that flowed like a living sculpture when she walked. A unique, handcrafted necklace from a local artisan. When Maya went to Paris, she was no longer hiding in her invisibility cloak. She was a walking piece of art. And you know what? That confidence radiated from her. It helped her connect with people, to talk about her work with passion, and the show was a massive success. When her outside finally matched her brilliant inside, magic happened. Maya's story taught me a powerful lesson. For those days when we feel the most invisible, when our energy is low, don't retreat into dark, safe clothes. Do the opposite. Use the healing power of color and accessories. Think of it as a kind of first aid for your spirit. If you're feeling invisible one day, try a bold, red lipstick or a statement necklace that makes you feel powerful. If your mood is a little gloomy, put on a bright yellow scarf, the color of sunshine, right near your face. I promise you, it will instantly brighten your complexion and your spirit. These small items, when you place them near your face, they draw the energy upward. They send a clear message to yourself and to the world. That message is, I am here. And today, I choose joy. And so, we've been on quite a journey together, haven't we? From the secrets of the waistband to the hidden architecture of the crotch curve, we've made peace with pleats, and we've learned the secret language of pockets. These are the tools, the secret weapons, to help you conquer any pair of pants you meet. But all of those techniques, all of those rules, they mean nothing if we forget the deepest reason, the most important reason why we're doing all of this. The ultimate goal of dressing well is not to impress anyone else. Not your husband, not your friends, and not the strangers you pass on the street. It is to honor and to love the one person who will be with you for your entire life. The woman you see in the mirror every single day. The woman who has walked through storms. The woman who has earned every laugh line around her eyes and every soft curve of her body. So from this day forward, every outfit you choose, every pair of pants you put on, I want you to let it be a love letter to that magnificent woman in the mirror. Let this be the start of your own revolution. A revolution in your closet and in your mindset. I want you to step out there. Take up your space. Enjoy this life with your head held high, with an energy of confidence. In clothes that make you feel beautiful, worthy, and absolutely unstoppable. Thank you for being here with me today. And my dear friends, our journey to finding confidence through style doesn't just stop with the perfect pair of pants. That is a crucial foundation, but it's not the whole picture. For your entire look to truly shine, to create a completely polished and put together image, there is another piece of the puzzle that is absolutely critical. If you are truly serious about looking and feeling confident, youthful, and beautiful, then my next video on 7 hair mistakes that make you look older, amazing healthy aging secrets for women 50 plus, is something you absolutely cannot afford to miss. So make sure you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you don't miss that crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't wait to see you in the next video.